Where we left Job last time was he was at conflict with himself because he can't believe what he once did. He's full of contradictions, and his friends are not helping. This is where we are in chapter 14, as he continues. Mortals born of woman are of few days and full of trouble. He goes on to say, who can bring what is pure from the impure? No one. A person's days are determined. You have decreed the number of his months. You have set limits and he cannot exceed. So look away from him and let him alone till he has put his time in like a hired laborer. And then he gets his crazy insight. At least there is hope for a tree. If it is cut down, it will sprout again, and its new shoots will not fail. Its roots will grow old in the ground, and its stump die in the soil. Yet at the scent of water it will bud and put forth shoots like a plant. That's an idea about resurrection, about coming to life again. In fact, he expands on it, and he says, if someone dies, will they live again? All the days of my hard service I will wait for my renewal to come. You will call and I will answer. You will long for the creature that your hands have made. Surely then you will count my steps and not keep track of my sin. My offenses will be sealed up in a bag and you will cover over my sin. What a description of the resurrection. He's anticipating a resurrection, and he has no knowledge. He has no scriptures to go to. But he goes back to his miserable life theme again. But as a mountain erodes and crumbles, and as a rock is moved from its place, as waters wear away stones and torrents wash away the soil, so you destroy a person's hope. You overpower them once and for all, and they're gone. You change their countenance, and you send them away. That's pretty negative, okay? And that's where he's at. Now, Eliphaz sees him respond to this miserable state that he's in, and he wants to help correct him, but he wants to drag him back into their old thinking. Would a wise person answer with empty notions or fill their belly with hot east wind? Would they argue with useless words, with speeches that have no value, but you even undermine piety and hinder devotion to God? Your sin prompts your mouth, and you adopt the tongue of the crafty. This Eliphaz is responding, and he's trying to drag him back into trust in your piety. You're not dead. You can come back. And then as he's giving this new wisdom, Eliphaz responds against it. Says, are you the first man ever born? Were you brought forth before the hills? Do you listen in on God's counsel? Do you have a monopoly on wisdom? Do you know what we don't know? What insights do you have that we do not? He's got tons of them, but Eliphaz just isn't going to hear it. Why has your heart carried you away, and why do your eyes flash so that you vent your rage against God and pour out such words in your mouth? And granted, Job, the things that he has to say and the dissonance that's in his life, the contradictions that are coming out of his mouth is alarming them. But he is changing his worldview, and that's the issue that's going on. So Eliphaz comes back and says, hey, remember this. The wicked are miserable too. You will come out of yours, they don't come out of theirs. And so he says, all the days of the wicked man suffers torment. The ruthless man through all the years stored up for him. Terrifying sounds fills his ears. When all seems well, marauders attack him. He despairs of escaping the realm of darkness. He is marked for the sword. In other words, there's no confidence that he has in his life. Goes on to say, let him not deceive himself by trusting what is worthless, for he will get nothing in return. Before his time, he will wither, and his branches will not flourish. And so Eliphaz's argument is, you don't really know what's going on in the wicked, in the life of the wicked. They're miserable too, but they fail in the end. Job, we need you to come back, because righteous people bounce back. And that has been the theme that we've been watching for quite a while. We're going to continue to see that, but that's where he's at. So some of the things that we need to think of, do we focus on our resurrection? Do we focus on our eternal life? Do we focus on the fact that we can't get it done here? When we see Jesus, we'll be like him, for we'll see him as he is. Do we put confidence in the new heaven and the new earth, or are we just trying to build our little kingdoms, our little fiefdoms down here on planet Earth? Something to think about. Let's plan on talking about it.